The Magic Paintbrush, Chapter 24. Horrified, Amy checked again. Then again. She checked her other pocket. She even dug through her book bag, knowing full well there was no paintbrush inside. She tucked it into her pocket, needing both hands to help Lala from her cage. It must have fallen out during their escape. Maybe it's in the woods somewhere, Amy said weakly. Maybe if we retrace our steps. But how did one retrace their steps through the sky? Besides, Luna had been flying in zigzags, hoping to lose the Tautai. There was no way to know which patches of forest they'd flown over. Worse, she might have dropped the brush in the cavern. That man Chen might have already found it. Lao Lao didn't waste time panicking. She straightened a general laying out of battle plans. All right, you and Luna search the woods. Start from this point and go outward in circles. I'll return to the cavern. We must find the brush before that man causes any more trouble. Luna looked over Lala's shoulder. I think it might be too late for that. The moon was high now, and brilliant as pearl. Its light illuminated the forest, and outlined, perfectly, the monsters rising into the sky. The leader, biggest and quickest, was the Tautai Amy recognized. After it came 5 copycats. They, too, were winged and hulking, but their features were muddied, their arms and legs unbalanced, their wings gnarled, oversized heads lolled on 2 small bodies. They flew in strange fits and starts, like they weren't built for it. The creatures hauled themselves to the peaks of 6 separate mountains. Sentinels, watching. Lao Lao muttered what sounded awfully like a Mandarin curse, and would have been more curious if she weren't so sick with dread. Change of plans, Lao Lao said. You and Luna stay here. Don't do anything to attract attention. I'll go to the house and... They're definitely watching the house, Amy protested. We can help. We'll distract them. That's right. Luna gave his wings an experimental shake. I already flew 1 Tautai. I could lead them away. Amy shook her head. I bet you could, Luna. But you don't have to. I've got another plan. Traveling through the trees by foot was a lot slower than soaring above them, but it kept them safe from the Tautai's searching eyes. Luna peeked above the canopy from time to time to see where they were going. A little to your left, she'd call, or go right, or oops, we gotta turn around. Lao Lao strode beside Amy without complaint, only starting to huff and puff toward the end of their hike. Just as Amy was about to suggest a break, the trees parted into a small clearing, and Luna yelled, Found it! Lao Lao made an astonished noise when she saw the skylance. You flew this all the way from Flushing? How marvelous! Blessed with Lao Lao's praise, the skylance seemed even more impressive than before. Amy led her grandmother through it, pointing out all the controls in the cockpit and warning her about the ones she and Luna hadn't quite deciphered yet. Introducing her to the sunroof, great for sniffing a trail, Luna added, and showing her the spiraling canvas sail. I'm not sure that actually obeys any laws of physics, she admitted. It just seemed cool. Lao Lao pressed her hand against the Skylance's hull and grinned. Well, good thing the paintbrush doesn't care about physics. Now, why don't you get it going? Let's see it in action against those Tautai. They'd agreed that someone would lure the Tautai from the house while someone else searched the compound for the jade paintbrush. Neither had specified who would do which, but Lala obviously expected Amy to fly the Skylance. Amy bit her lip. I think you should distract the Tautai, she said. It felt strange telling an adult what to do when the stakes were this high. Luna and I should go to the house. That way I can use the brush if I need to. Lao Lao opened her mouth and Amy spoke faster. We can do it, Lao Lao. We made it this far, didn't we? Luna came to sit beside Amy, his tail wagging gently. Lao Lao shook her head and smiled. I don't deny that. All right. You can go to the house. She held up her hand when Luna started to cheer, but on 2 conditions. 1. Next time you draw a seat belt on this contraption. And 2, she settled herself into the Skylance's captain seat, you two better look out for each other. Amy threw her arm around Luna's neck and felt his happy, answering trill. Always. The Skylance didn't respond well to Lala at first, even after Amy coached her through the controls. But Lala kept at it, her tongue between her teeth. Finally, the aircraft's flight stabilized. Lala brought it low and flashed them a thumbs up. Then she zoomed into the sky, bursting above the canopy in a ruffle of offended leaves. It didn't take long for the Tautai to see her. Amy watched, heart in mouth, as the lumbering creatures gave chase. Lao Lao looped the Skylance around the mountains until every single Tautai had gathered behind her like a horrible thundercloud. Then she gunned the engine. Amy's whole body pulled taut with worry, but she had her own job to do. Come on, she said to Luna. Let's go get that brush.